Have you ever spoken into a room only to hear your own words echo back? The silence that follows can feel heavy, almost like a presence, a lonely sound, the sound of nothing. Sometimes our prayers feel just like that. We send our hopes, we send our fears, we send our deepest longings toward heaven. We pour out our hearts with sincerity and desperation. Yet the only response we perceive is a profound, unsettling hush. This quiet can make us question everything. Does God hear me? Does He see my tears? Is He even there at all? The silence can feel like an answer. No, or I'm not listening. This is a deeply human experience, walked by saints and sinners through history, a vulnerable space, a place of waiting. This season of waiting can feel like a barren winter. The branches are bare, the ground is hard, there is no visible sign of life or growth. We look at our lives and see little progress. The prayer for healing goes unanswered. The desire for a partner remains unfulfilled. The career path we hope for seems blocked at every turn. We water the ground with our tears and our pleas, yet nothing seems to break through the surface. It is natural to feel that this time is wasted, a fruitless period of stagnation. We are people who value action, results, forward momentum. Waiting feels counterintuitive. It feels like we are falling behind, stuck in a place we were never meant to be. Our culture tells us to strive harder, to pivot, to make something happen. The quiet of God asks something different of us. Consider a seed buried deep in the dark earth. On the surface, absolutely nothing is happening. The garden looks the same today as it did yesterday. There is no visible evidence that life is stirring beneath the soil. An impatient gardener might dig it up, convinced it will never grow. But under the surface, in the quiet and the dark, a miracle is unfolding. The seed is not idle. It is hard at work. It is breaking open, sending down roots to anchor itself, pushing a fragile shoot upward against the weight of the soil. This is a slow, hidden, deliberate process. The seed must trust the darkness. It must trust the process it cannot see. This is a beautiful picture of what God often does in our lives during seasons of silence. The waiting is not wasted time, it is working time. It is in the silence that our spiritual roots grow deeper. When we cannot rely on external signs of God's favor, we are forced to depend on His character alone. We learn to trust not what we see, but who we know Him to be. David, hiding in a dark cave, whispering psalms into cold stone. Hannah, year after year, aching with silent prayer for a child. Joseph, in a forgotten prison, holding a dream that felt more distant each day. Their stories mirror ours. The silence of God is not God's absence. Often it is the space where He does the most profound transformative work within us. Listen not with ears for a booming voice from the clouds, but with hearts for subtle, steady presence beneath all things. This is the first step toward courage. Be still and acknowledge the hush. Think of it like a master sculptor with a block of marble. To an observer, the initial work might look destructive and chaotic. Pieces are being removed. The shape is not yet clear. The process is loud, then quiet as the artist studies the stone, deciding on the next gentle tap of the chisel. He is chipping away, smoothing rough edges. It is intentional, loving, done with a master's touch, even when all we feel is the pressure and all we hear is the quiet. When the silence around you is deafening, you must learn to listen for a whisper. God's voice is not always in the wind, the earthquake, or the fire. Often, it is a still, small voice, a gentle whisper, heard when everything else is quiet. This is why the scriptures are such a vital lifeline in seasons of waiting. They are the recorded whispers of God, promises that have sustained his people for thousands of years. They are a lamp for our feet when the path ahead is dark. We may not hear a new word from heaven, but we can hold the words he has spoken, anchors for our weary souls. One whisper is Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. Let it settle over your heart like a warm blanket. They do not say, be busy and fix it. They do not say, figure it all out. They simply say, be still. In Hebrews 13:5, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Say it out loud. Let its rhythm sink into your spirit. He is with you in the waiting room, the lonely nights, the silence. Grip these promises like sturdy handles when strength fails. When you are adrift in a sea of silence, feeling lost and directionless, it is crucial to have small, practical anchors that can hold you steady. You do not need a grand gesture of faith to please God. Often the smallest, consistent acts of trust build the strongest spiritual muscle. The journey through a season of waiting is taken one small step at a time. First, give your feelings a name and a voice. God, I feel so alone right now. I am angry that this is taking so long. I am afraid that you have forgotten me. Honest words do not push God away. They invite him into your experience. Second, create a small opening for scripture to enter your day. Choose one verse. The goal is connection, not information. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Meditate on being cared for. Like a daily vitamin for your soul, truth nourishes over time, even when your landscape looks unchanged. In our rush to hear from God, we often forget that he frequently speaks in the stillness. We fill our lives with noise and activity, hoping to outrun the ache. Yet he invites us to rest. True, deep rest is an act of faith, a weekly reminder to trust God, not our striving, as provider and sustainer. Make room for presence. Simply be without an agenda. Stillness clears the inner room so you can discern the Spirit's gentle movements. If shame or doubt keeps you quiet, bring them gently into thy like yourself. His love is grace, received most profoundly in weakness. After you share your heart, listen. Often the answer is subtle, peace settling like a hand on your shoulder, a quiet assurance that you are held. Courage in a season of silence does not usually look like a heroic leap. More often, it is a single trembling step forward in the dark. It is the quiet decision to trust God for one more day. Your hands may shake, your heart may pound, but you take the next small step anyway. Faith, not dependent on feelings, but rooted in his goodness. Share your burden. You were not designed to carry this alone. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. Find a trusted companion who sits with you, prays for you, and reminds you of truth. Make the promise tangible. Speak it each morning. Guard your fragile ember of hope. Fan it with prayer and remembrance. Think of the moments just before sunrise. The world is hushed. The stars begin to fade. The sun is not yet visible. This sacred pause lives between darkness and light. Your waiting can be like this. It may feel dark, yet the light is coming. Hope often begins as a quiet brightening. Do not despise small beginnings. One day you will see the deep roots grown in hidden places. The waiting rewires hope into steadfast trust. Today, take one small, hopeful step. Breathe, pray simply. Read one comforting verse. Do one kind thing. Rest without guilt. You are not walking this path alone. You are seen, known, and deeply loved. Take a breath. Take one small step. God is near, even in the quiet. If this helped, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.